What needs to happen at Texas A&M? How do you fix this whole operation? Is it fixable? Because a lot of people have already sold Texas A&M down the river. Said Jimbo Fisher's no good, you should fire him. A lot of wild assumptions, a lot of wild solutions, quote unquote, that there is no solution are being thrown out there. Let's take a pause. Let's all take a deep breath, get a glass of water, take a lap, whatever we need to do to get back to sort of a centered position where we can kind of workshop this thing. That would be most beneficial. Because like it or not, you got some games left this year. Like it or not, Jimbo Fisher's going to be your head coach beyond just this season. So let's put our solution caps on and talk about some ways where we can be solution-oriented and ways that we can fix this whole operation. Because burning the program down and firing Jimbo Fisher, that's not a solution. And honestly, in itself, that's the solution that you're looking towards. And I don't think we need to go that extreme. So what are some things that need to happen for this program to be fixed? I think it's a fair question. Right now, they're 3-4, and there are a few goalpost alterations away from being 2-5 with that game against Arkansas. Fact's a fact. I think the first thing that needs to happen is Jimbo Fisher needs to pass the sticks. There's a rule when you're playing video games, especially if it's Madden or NCAA. If you go down 21-0, which in real football is not really a fair metric to pass the sticks at, but if you go down 3 scores, you're passing the control to somebody else. Somebody else gets a turn to try and do better than you. And I think that's where Jimbo Fisher and company is at right now. Look at the offensive statistics. 20 points a game, 105th in the country. Yards per game, 317, 113th in the country. They are 30% on third down, 114th in the country. Numbers don't tell the whole story, but those are 3 pretty condemning numbers for Jimbo Fisher. I understand that the offense is his baby. I understand that there's a lot of talk about him being like a quarterback whisperer, and those things may all be true, but as of right now, in this situation, they're not. In the year 2022 at Texas A&M, none of those things are true on paper or on tape. And so the thing that I would say is somebody else needs to be given the opportunity at least to try and run this offense from a play calling standpoint. Jimbo Fisher is a head coach. He's proven he can be a head coach. He's got a national title ring to prove it. But somebody else needs to get the opportunity to run this offense. Devon Achane, your best player, hasn't broken the 20 carry mark more than once this year. Play callers get the ball to their best players. I understand he's done other things in the past game and had other games where he gets more than 20 touches from a reception standpoint, combined with his carries, but you hear what I'm saying here. That's just wrong. That's just not a good way to live your life at the Texas A&M offense. So that's the first thing. Whether you promote internally or whether you go this offseason and hire an offensive coordinator, somebody else gets to have a chance on the sticks. The second thing for me, how we can fix Texas A&M. The Connor Weigman era is here. And if you want to fix this program, the Connor Weigman era begins this coming Saturday. Because Max Johnson, who I thought was your best option to begin the year, is hurt for the year, not available. Haynes King, God bless him, extremely talented, tons of potential athletically, a freakish athlete. But he's proven he's not the guy for you at quarterback. So now the future is starting a little bit earlier than you probably assumed, and Connor Weigman needs to be passed the reins to this offense. And some of this is building for the future and what they're going to be going forward. I think even just for right now, he gives you the best chance to win. And a lot of that probably falls onto what Haynes King can't bring you. But for Connor Weigman, we know he's talented. It's a matter of him getting game reps, a matter of him getting game experience, and a matter of him getting comfortable and having this program behind him. You're 3-4. You're not playing for an SEC title. You're not playing for the college football playoff. Start the future now. What do you have to lose? Miss a bowl game? Okay. I mean, I get that looks bad. I get nobody is okay with missing a bowl game. But I'm saying if that's the worst that happens, and if that sets you up for more success in 2023 to get the Connor Weigman era revved up a little bit, I love it. Let's do it. Because he gives you the best chance to win. Haynes King does not, and Max Johnson's not available. That's the world we're living in. So I think that's a step towards, honestly, fixing this program and fixing some of the offensive issues you may have to begin with. Connor Weigman, the time is now, brother. Pass him the keys. Here's probably the most important thing that I want to make sure I say about the Texas A&M program and how you can fix it. And I want to be a little bit careful with how I say all of this, but the law needs to be laid down. From Jimbo Fisher, there needs to be a very clear standard that's set from class to class to class to class, senior to freshman. It needs to be an understanding, because healthy teams have a healthy hierarchy in terms of what they expect from the underclassmen and the upperclassmen. You need freshmen to contribute. That's kind of the way that you live in college football right now. Even some of the best programs in the country ask freshmen to play early. Now, you don't want all of them playing early, but you need some guys to step up and play. And I will just leave it at this. The rumors that have been circulating around makes me feel like the freshmen that are at Texas A&M don't have a clear understanding of the standard. And so if there is a lack of understanding from that freshman class, and again, this is all very much hypothetical, if there was a lack of understanding, which it appears there is, then let's make sure that standard is clear. I will never forget my first fall camp of college football. There was a point where all of the new players to the team stood up in front of the entire program and stated their name, stated where they were from, and some of their previous accolades in high school. And this wasn't hazing, this wasn't anything derogatory, but it just kind of went to show you, hey, you're now where all the big dogs eat. Because each person went down and said, so-and-so from wherever place, and then I was a 5-star. I was a All-American. I was a first team, whatever. Every single person said that. Except for me, of course. I was a walk-on. But every single person said that. So that just kind of, I think, was a very sobering moment to understand, hey, everybody here is good. Guess what? The guys that are listening to you, the people you're introducing yourself to within that roster, they all have the same accolades. So that's great that they brought in this incredible freshman class. You never, ever, ever turn away talent. But when there is a misunderstanding as to what the standard is, and you fail to meet that, there needs to be a resetting. The law needs to be reestablished in College Station. That's my feel for it. So to recap this whole thing for Texas A&M, let's pass the sticks offensively. Jimbo Fisher's a head coach. Let him be a head coach. Go get an offensive coordinator and let them have a try at this. Second piece, Connor Weigman. The time is now, brother. You give Texas A&M the best chance to win. Let's get that process started right now. And third, the law needs to be clear for everybody, freshmen and seniors alike. The standard needs to be recalibrated and reset. It's the way it looks from our vantage point for what needs to happen. The good folks at Texas A&M. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.